Good morning, addicts. This is Jeff Kohler, aka the Option Addict from optionaddict.blogspot.com. Thank you very much for viewing the video here today. As you all know, this video here is going to be my watch list, or the price patterns that I've interpreted through some research that I'm looking forward to trading this week once given appropriate signals. So let's get started. You notice I'm starting out here with the chart of the diamonds, as I normally do, just to interpret what's going on in recent market action. You can see that we're, the question is right now, is this a double top? And again, it's a little too early to tell. But watch for a break of about 132.50, or in the Dow Jones, 13,250 to really confirm any kind of a bigger retracement in the averages. So far, I'm not exactly bearish. I'm still a little bullish, but more on the neutral side right now. It's nice to be balanced in calls and puts during this time to kind of, help diversify a little bit. Well, let's start off with some price patterns. I'm going to go to ESX, which is the Essex Property Trust, and I've been really bearish on these. In fact, Kimco, just to rub it in, has been just an amazing winner ever since we said to get short the stock at 47. It's lost over 25% of its value. Go Kimco. So next we'll look at ESX, which is kind of a descending triangle that I've been watching here as of recently. It's not the sharpest looking pattern that you'll ever see, but you'll see there's definitely some support here at about 117, and the stock's got a case of the lower highs that have been forming for the last about a month and a half, 2 months. And looking for a pretty big break here. The stock's been lagging the group a little bit, but honestly right now Realty sucks. I want to get short that. And this might be one that if you've missed Kimco, you've missed some of these other opportunities, maybe there's a good trade brewing here in ESS. Got to move a little quicker than that. So let's go next to NSM, which is National Semiconductor. The semis are looking a little hot right now. I mean, they're not really going down with some of the other areas of the market. So you can look at this from two perspectives. Number one, a little bit of a pullback, watch for a support bounce, and you can see there's a couple areas of support approaching. Number two, you can include this spike as kind of a flag and a little bit of a consolidation off of that spike. Now this spike doesn't calculate an unreasonable price target, because if I look at the stock, it's made these movements before. So if I'm analyzing this as a flag, I'll wait for a breakout, and of course when I do, I'll be looking for about a $3.50 movement on this stock. Again, I like semis right now. They're withholding this drop in the market pretty well, so keep an eye on NSM. Next, Apple. Personally, way too hot, but I've got the question recently, is this a pennant? Is this a triangle? What the hell is this? So as you look at this, yeah, clearly it looks like a little bit of a pennant right now. Although the stock, again, way too hot. iPhone coming out this week. I think a lot of this has already been priced in. So I'm a little more nervous than excited to take any trade here in Apple right now. I'm steering clear, but I'm just pointing out that, hey, there might be a little bit of a pennant going on here. Next, Chevron. CVX. Now, if you look at this, I might have to really work hard to show you what I see here. Oh, damn it. Zoom in a little bit. You can see resistance going on here at about $84 per share. And I'm going to switch over to a line chart. And you can see, whoops, I didn't get that right, some slightly higher lows, which would mean maybe we've got a little bit of a triangle going on here. Either way, it's a good strong stock. It's consolidating. It's not going down, even though the rest of the market is. So watch for a breakout of about 83.5, and I think this will be a good continuation of this strong trend we've seen as of late. Next, I'm going to move over to CHD, Church and Dwight. So it's broke this really strong uptrend, right? And now we've established a little bit of a support level here, and we're seeing some lower highs. So off recent highs, I mean, it's kind of an intermediate downtrend, but it's moving down nonetheless. I'm watching for a break of about 49.5 or so, and I think the stock has the capability of moving about 3 or 4 points. Just throwing it out there. And that is, of course, contingent on the market going down. COBZ, I don't think I'll ever let this thing die, but it's finally broke below that level I was watching. It's retested a little bit, and we're still right around a low risk entry point. Again, it's a cheap stock. I don't know why I talk about it, but I just do. So there it is. DRIV, Digital River. Early stages of an inverse head and shoulders, I think. Okay, and what I see here is we've come up and we've retested this high here at about 51. And right now, if we pull back to as low as 49 and start working our way back up again, this is going to need a lot of additional price movement to really confirm this. then we've got a pretty good reversal in Digital River, and I think we'll test the highs yet again up in the upper $50 to $60 range. Again, it's early, but I'm watching it. Next, I've got Fleur. I love this one. If this is the MVP this week, I'm all right with that. I'm looking at this as kind of a shorter term cup and handle formation. Usually I look at those from longer term perspectives, but on this one, I don't know why, I just like it. It just looks right. Good resistance here at 44. We tested it twice. We pulled off a little handle right through here. You can see if I were to draw, you know, the little mini cup going on here. Look at that, just artistic. That's the cup and handle. We broke above that on some pretty good volume. We're continuing higher today. I think the stock has a pretty good price target, which would be about 4.5 points over the course of the next 2.5 months. I like this one. If you look at what it's done in the past on these points of consolidation, it's been a pretty positive result. So I like it. I like Fleur. GIVN, another similar pattern. But a little more of a dip, and all I'm watching here is that we're pegged up against these highs again. Maybe an inverse shoulder continuation, niner, whatever you want to call this. I'm watching this one for a potential breakout at about 27, so I don't know if you can really call this a cup and handle or really give it a name of a pattern. You can see a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders resemblance here, but I'm watching this one for a breakout. Next, PacSun. Got a nice little flag pattern going on here. I'll zoom in. Maybe a longer term double top, but I like the recent price action on this big spike. So this one here, I'm looking at about a $2 price target, 2.25, which is good, which would ultimately mean it would need to break through resistance first. So if you take a trade when it breaks out here at about 22, watch as it gets close to 22.75. If it hesitates, maybe you've got more of a topping formation brewing in the longer term. Ceradyne is next, and it's a little early, but I like this flag pattern because it had some explosive movement from 65 all the way up to about 75, and now it's consolidating. It might do that for a week or two before it finally breaks out, who knows, but have it on your radar. Once it does break out, it's going to move another 10 points or so, give or take. Cognizant, CTSH. Honestly, the stock is not going down. It doesn't want to go below 75, and you can see why. There's good support here. Maybe it's a longer-term topping formation. Okay, you can see maybe a shoulder over here on the left. This would equal a shoulder on the right. This would be a longer-term head, and ultimately maybe it breaks below 75. I'm not ruling that out. If it does, great. I want to get short this thing. I want to get short big time. But if it doesn't, maybe in the short-term pattern range here, we've just got a triple bottom. Maybe we might test resistance again. It's not wanting to go down, but I think this is a good pattern, whether it breaks lower or breaks higher, to be quite honest. So I'm watching it to see which way it wants to go, and then I'll trade it. I got to move. Next, ESV. Looking at this as a nice little pennant going on in this upward trend, so keep an eye on that one. It's got about a $4 move or so. ROP. Kind of an awkward looking head and shoulders formation, but you know, here's a line at 55. If it breaks, it's going to drop about 4 points. Next, I've got AYI, and sorry folks, I got to move fast, but ascending triangle here. Okay, got something here that's worth about 5 points to the upside when it breaks. Next, HXM. You want the big dog this week? This is it right here. I didn't get that quite right, but you can draw the line yourself and probably end up with the better idea. So about a 12-point price target, 4 to 5 month time target. It's a monster ascending triangle, so have it on your radar if you like those longer term patterns. Get this particular stock. FNSR. Looking at this one here as an ascending triangle. Here you can see the action happening. It's getting up close to its highs. It's a low price stock, but hey, I like these because they're almost like an option themselves. PACR. I was watching this as a descending triangle. You can see it broke yesterday. It's continuing down today. Good stuff. GVHR. Watch this as a little flag. You can see it going on right here. Got like 20 seconds. OCR. Watching this as a symmetrical triangle going on right through here. AHS as a descending triangle we'll be watching for a while, and we'll call it good there. Thanks everyone for the time. Sorry to cut this short. Sometimes I talk a little too much. Hopefully I'll see you guys on the blog later. Take care. Bye-bye.